again and to my second video. And for now, let's create a configure 2 to 3 routers using serial connection. So let's start.
And now let's open our Cisco Packet Tracer. So here our problem. Configure 2 to 3 router using serial connection. So I'll be using the second router, the 4321. We've used 3 routers. And 3 switches. And every switches I've put 3 PC. 3 PC. 1 PC 2. And connection, I'll be using the straight through connection PC to switch and fast Ethernet to switch and fast Ethernet 0/1, and do the same thing for the other PC to switch. The second build, fast Ethernet and fast Ethernet 0/1. Fast Ethernet also. And the third build, fast Ethernet to switch, fast Ethernet also. To switch and router, I'll be using the straight through connection, and I'll be clicking the Gigabit Ethernet, also in the router, Gigabit Ethernet, and do the same thing to the rest, switches and routers. At this point, we cannot use serial connection through router to router. It's because the port was not inserted. So that let's exit this one, click the router, turn it off. This resume so you can see clearly. Turn it off. Drag this port. And turn it on. And do the same thing to the other routers. Turn off, drag the port, and on. So now we can use our serial connection to our router to router by using serial 010 to second router, serial 010, and also using serial connection to router and serial 010 to next router, serial 010. So at this time, let's click our router 0 to configure our IP address. So let's click gigabit Ethernet 0/00, and my IP configuration is, I'll be using the 192.168.10.1, the Type C configuration. 192.168.10.1, and don't forget to turn it on. And do the same thing to the second router. Config gigabit Ethernet 192.168.20.1 and on. Config 192.168.30.1 and on. Did you see the arrow is not changed into green? So our serial was not yet on. So my serial is 10.0.0.1 and on. Do the same thing in router 2, serial 10.0.0.2 and on. The second router was connected to our third router. So the serial of our second router, the serial 0/1/1, we've put the IP address of 11.0.0.1 and on. And the third router, the serial 11.0.0.2. And look the difference. The arrow are green, so that they're connected already. And now let's move to our PC so that to configure also, let's go for desktop and this IP configuration. I'll be using 192.168.10.2, and the default gateway was 192.168.10.1. Do the same thing the other PC. Desktop, IP configuration, 192.168.10.3. Default gateway 192.168.10.1. that 1. Third PC, desktop, 192.168.10.4. 192.168.10.1. And to our second build, we use the 192.168.20.1. That was our default gateway. IP address was 192.168.20.2. And 192.168.20.1. And do the rest. Okay. 168.10.1. And last, desktop 192.168.20.4. 192.168.20.1. So in our third build, I'll be using the default gateway 192.168.30.1. So our IP address, the IP address is 192.168.30.2. And the default gateway 192.168.30.1. Sorry, 30.1. And do the rest. Open lang.
Magkwaro ka rin sa mandihan.
Oh.
Kalkire. Sorry.
Okay, Roy. Ako rin ikat rin po. Kami ganit na kasama. Busy. 192.168.30.1. I'm so sorry, the 192.168.30.3. My bad. 192.168.30.1. And the last PC. Here. And last thing, our IP. Let's call all the default gateway or the IP address that are be using in all PC and router. The RIP. Let's add all the address or the default gateway. It starts from 10.0.0.1, right? 11.0.0.1, right? The 192.168.10.1, 192.168.20.1. Okay. And last was 192.168.30.1. So, and do the rest routers. Alright. 10.0.0.1, 11.0.0.1, 9.2.168.10.1, 192.168.20.1, 192.168.30.1, add, and last router, still RIP 10.0.0.1, 11.0.0.1, 192.168.10.1, 192.168.20.1, 192.168.30.1. So let's forward this. Forward to send a message. This one. Let's try to send message, and I hope it's successful. Like to PC0 to PC3. In progress, failed, so I'll be trying to ping this one to call all the command prompt ping 192.168.30.4. I mean 3. Okay, it's replying. Ping 192.168.20. Sorry, that 20.4. Connected. Last one. P192.168.10.2. Perfect. And now let's try to send the message from PC1 to PC6. Successful. From PC2 to PC8. Successful. From PC6 to PC3. Successful. And let's go to this part. And now let's go to simulation to show the process of message by sending a message. And now let's send a message from this PC to PC7 and play. Did you see the processing of message from switch to router 1 and router to switch and to the PC that we're sending a message? See the process? And down to PC7 that we've been sending. And the message from the PC7 was going back to the PC that where the sending is. So, down to PC that they sender. And it's successful. Let's try another. Let's try another. Let's do it this one. Emulation from this PC to PC5 and this PC to this PC. Play. The message was processing. And now they're going back to the sender. The first one was successful. You see this? Successful. Let's wait for the other. The last one and successful. Done. Hooray, hooray, hooray. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and hope you've learned some of this configuration. Bye.